I'm so glad I didn't let those beliefs stop me.
We are here to share and we are here to show you what's possible. If
If I
if I don't
increase my
show up,
income,
I don't
someone
get
else
paid,
sets
and
my
that's just
time
how it
off.
is. Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. A lot of people get excited when they hear about starting an online business, like extra income, more time, more freedom. But before you jump in, it's worth asking yourself some simple, honest questions because when you're clear on your answers, you're not just chasing an idea, you're building something that actually fits your life. Aloha, happy weekend. I am Mel and I'm based here in Hawaii, USA. I'm a nurse, a wife, and a mom who started this online business because I wanted more time and freedom with my family. And of course, with me today is Ate Mel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mel, and I'm here. I'm the other Mel who is from the Philippines. I'm a single mom and a grandma as well. And just like Mel, I'm one of those who took the leap into the online business and feel like this is something that uh, the right decision that I have made and is taking me to where I want to go.
Okay, perfect. Yep, and before we dive in, how's your weekend so far? Is it busy? Restful? Here in Hawaii right now, it's a little gloomy. Medyo makulimlim ngayon dito. What about you, ate, dyan sa Pinas?
Yeah, makulimlim din. That's why my internet's not working. So bear with me. But we have to do what we have to do. The show must go on.
The show
Uh,
must go on.
Laptop
Yeah,
is not working. I'm on my phone now, but you know,
yeah, it
it
works
works.
perfectly fine, ate. Okay, so today we are walking through 6 questions to ask yourself before starting an online business. Where is my title? Um, there you go. Questions to ask yourself before starting an online business. And, think of it as like a heart to heart kind of checklist. And if you've been curious about doing something for yourself, these questions will help you see if it's the right time and what you really want to create. So let's dive in. Take away
Yeah.
at
Why do I want to start an online business? I'll be the first one discussing this one. Um, so bear with me. uh, but I was showing Mel um, my notebook a while ago. So I have a little notebook. In here, I write my why. And I do it at least once or twice a week so that I keep on remembering. This is something that um, I feel like I need to remember so that I can move forward. Um, di ba tayo lahat, for years we've been taught na um, we have to work long hours, we have to miss family moments, and for us that was something that is real. That was something that is normal. But then I came to realize that hindi naman pala yun dapat. There's another way, and I just need to search for my bigger why. Why I want to do an online business, diba? Kasi we don't just go in here and meet people and do the online business, because if the reason is only to earn money, then it won't take us long. So for me, of course, we want to earn money. We want to earn. We want to like have another source of income. But let me read to you um, my why. And this it's like five. stages deeper. Of course, the first one is I want to earn a certain amount of money so I can live comfortably in my retirement years. But why? Why is that important to me? And I wrote here because I want to finally feel what it's like to live life on my own terms, to make choices without hesitation, to travel where I want to do without asking for permission for anyone from anyone. Now, second question is why is that important to me? Because for so long I was the one giving. I've supported my parents in their in their uh, old what do you call that in their golden years until they passed away. And then I supported my siblings in their studies, and I went to work abroad, and then um, I was supporting them while being a single parent. And all throughout that, although I love them and I love supporting them, that means nothing was left. Not a lot was left for me to spend on my dreams, to fulfill my own dreams. And I feel like there's something more. The third question, why again is that important to me? And I wrote here, because I don't want to live the rest of my life waiting for my dreams to come true. I want to stand on my own 2 feet and live with dignity. Ayoko nung um, aasa ako sa mga anak ko or sa mga kapatid ko or to anyone in my family because I helped them before. Ayoko nang ganun. And I don't want to live on utang na loob. Diba? I want to live with peace and not bitterness. I want to live with gratitude and not regret. Now again, why is that important to me? This is the five stage deeper, because I deserve to live a life that reflects the depth of my love and the strength of my journey. I want to turn past struggles into emotional strength and stability. I want to pay off uh, my mortgage, to be completely debt free, to build up my retirement fund, to travel wherever I please and explore other cultures, and to uh, like indulge in the things that I love without waiting for a sale or having to save up for it. And again, to support my other relatives who cannot support themselves or who don't have the ability to support themselves. And to treat the people I care about, like my grandkids, um, my other family members, my children, not to boast, but to enjoy together and to honor those who cheered for me. To live a full life, not just of memories I made for others, but moments I created for myself. This is not about money. It's about healing, about reclaiming my worth and honoring the woman who kept going even when no one clapped. So that's what I did almost every day. Um, and that is my why. And I hope you find your own why too, so that um, when you uh, want to do an online business, it will take longer. Doesn't matter where when business is slow or when things get hard or when life comes uh, giving us challenges, you will still go on because you have that deeper one. That's it for me, Mel.
Yes. Yeah, I think this is the first and most important question, really, debate. When you're, it's not just on online business, but any opportunity,
Mm.
any opportunity in life, you ask, like, why do you want to start or why do you want to do this? Diba?
Yeah.
And um, it
Not
becomes,
only in business, I think, right? In
huh?
anything. Not only in business,
Yeah,
but
not only in business.
yeah, in doing anything actually, you need to
Yeah,
have a deeper why. Like, why do you want to lose weight? Not,
right.
diba? Because if only to look good for the sake of losing weight, then it's not it's not gonna last. You're gonna
Mm,
skip midway. diba?
Yeah, and if your why is clear, it becomes an anchor on your, on your tough days, because for sure it's not gonna be it's not gonna be like um free from challenges, or it's not gonna be easy. But if you have a strong why and a clear why, then that you'll be able to complete and reach your goals.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Question.
next question: what problem am I solving, and who do I want to help? Okay, this one's huge because at its heart, like every business is about helping people, and it's not just about selling, it's about solving a real problem. When I first asked myself this, my heart immediately went to busy moms or parents, because I know what it feels like to give everything at work, come home exhausted, and still try to give your best to your family. That feeling of being stretched so thin, but still wanting more for your kids, for your family, and of course for yourself. So for me, the problem I wanted to solve was simple. It's to help moms, parents, family focused individuals, who feel stuck in that cycle, like working nonstop, but still longing for freedom and breathing room. And because I lived it, I knew I could relate to them. And that's what makes uh, this online business powerful. You get to decide who you want to help, usually because you've been in their shoes, you've been there, and when you know who that is, it gives your business the heart. Yun, ate.
Yeah. Yeah, ako din. There's a lot of things I'm solving with this online business, diba? First, who do I want to help? I want to help people who like me, who thought like there's no other way but to work, diba?
Mm,
Uh, I'm a single mom, and I want to help other single mom or parents who want to retire soon, that they have other options. It's not like as 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 many options as much options as we have, the better, di ba? So
yeah.
ano yung pipiliin mo.
Nice. Okay, ate. Next up.
Am I open to learning new skills and adapting? Absolutely, yes. When I first uh, have the business, or first explore the idea of having the business, I thought na yung hard work lang yung kailangan and determination. Tapos enough na yon. Pero I learned that um, yung online space is always changing eh. Tapos, siyempre, may mga new tools, may mga new platforms, new strategies, and it somehow felt overwhelming, especially for someone like me. At first, when I started the business, hindi ako marunong mag-Facebook man na gano'n.
Mhm.
So, ang tanong ko sa sarili ko is, paano if I cannot keep up? But then, I reminded myself na if I stop every time something feels new or uncomfortable, then hindi ako pwede mag-grow, di ba? So, ang ano ko is to have that willingness to learn and to adapt. I think that's the mindset that we should be cultivating, lalo na in my age. Diba? Minsan matigas na yung ulo ng mga may edad na eh. We don't have to be perfect or know everything on day one, but we need to stay teachable. And kasi yung online world moves fast, and what worked few years, maybe 10 years ago, will maybe work a little less now than, and maybe a month more, it won't work anymore, diba? Tapos, So if you're not open to learning or adjusting, it's going to be hard to move forward. But the good news is skills can be learned and we can learn, we can adopt to learn. It's simply a choice that we have to make each day. So, ang tanongin mo yung sarili mo, am I going to step out of my comfort zone? Am I willing to practice something new? Am I willing to learn something new? Even if I don't get it right the first time? Sino ba yung may sabi? A lot of neuroscientists are saying repetition is the key. The more you repeat it, the more our brain is wired to do it. It's like going on exercise or maybe dancing. The first time you dance, hindi mo agad nakukuha yan. Pero paulit-ulit, paulit-ulit. Then, your brain wired. And then, mas natural na siya nagiging um, pagka ginawa natin. So, every time we learn a new skill, we level up. Every time we adapt, we prove to ourselves that we're getting stronger than before. Ano yun eh, parang riding a bike. So,
Mhm.
if you refuse to balance and fall a few times, then hindi ka matututo mag-bike, di ba? If you learn um, parang mag-wobble and minsan um, parang hindi diretso yung pagbabike. Pero as long as you're willing to fall and to learn, eventually mas magiging smooth yung ride mo. That Nel?
Nice. Yeah, you're right, Ate. Kasi just like for the online business, it's simple, but it does take learning. And um, this is about like kind of learning things we've never learned in the past or done in the past. Like for me, marketing, social media, yung mga to, I
Yeah.
never learned those in the past. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, like I learned to be a nurse, and to all the moms, we learned to raise kids. We can learn this too. Diba?
Yeah.
Like it's the willingness to be a beginner again for a little while. Because it it comes from doing it repetitively, just like what Atima said. Repetition. You keep doing it, you keep doing it, and then it becomes natural. And it's not about waiting until you know everything. No, there's no such thing.
Yeah. Di ba parang yung mga bata, we don't teach them how to walk just once, di ba? We teach
Hmm.
them to walk or to say things over and over and over
Over and
again
over.
till nakakalakad na sila a few steps and then they walk a few longer steps. Tapos hanggang mas naging natural, tatakbo na yan, di ba?
Yeah.
So, I think learning something new and adapting to new things is like that too. The
Yep.
more you do it, the more you become better. So kahit may edad na, I think we can still do it.
Yeah, of course. Yes, it's yeah, as long as they're willing to learn,
Yeah. As long
yun
as
yun
you,
eh. It all starts from there.
di ba there's one in the community, her name's Deborah, and she's like in her 70s.
Yeah, she's your great grandma.
Yeah, she's a great grandma and
Hmm.
she's one of the most successful in the business.
Yep.
So
So,
age is not a problem.
mm-mm. Okay. Next question. I think this is, one of the most
Uh,
common
how much time?
questions. Yeah, people ask. Like, honestly, I used to worry about it too. Like, how much time can I commit weekly? I used to worry about that because between my nursing career, being a mom, and keeping the house running, of course my days were packed. But here's the thing: I didn't need 20 extra hours a week. I just needed consistency. And for me, that meant 1 hour here, 30 minutes there. Sometimes it was after the kids. Actually, most of the time, it was after the kids went to bed. Sometimes it's, during a quiet Saturday morning. It wasn't perfect, but it was steady. And I want to say this for anyone listening: if you've been thinking, oh, I don't have the time. You probably have more than you think. Even 5 to 10 hours a week can move you forward, if you stay consistent. And the beauty of this kind of business is that it fits around your life. You don't clock in for a set schedule, and you build it in the margins until those, margins grow. And in terms of like trainings, when I'm driving, I'm listening to trainings. When I get home, of course, spend time with the kids. Again, and then afterwards, I set a time for to do the business. And yeah, um it works like that. So little pockets of my time, I get to do the business. Yun.
Yeah, ako din eh. How much can I commit weekly? You don't have to quit your job, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
After, actually, sometimes do it early in the morning when everything's all quiet. Uh, just an hour or maybe 30 minutes is, or every little pockets of time. Maybe break time, or really busy, and then after work. So it doesn't need to be like dire-derecho, like
Yep.
for 8 hours. And I think it's not how much you can commit weekly. It's like how are, how much willing you want to work in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi we can have as little less time as possible and still make the business work. But it's like how focused are you to start the business? There's a lot in the community that have no time, like have three jobs, diba?
And they still
They,
do the business.
yeah, they still made it work. Some are in Canada or in the UK. They have three jobs to keep up with all the bills and the payments that they need to do. But then slowly, when the business is working, naging two jobs na lang, naging one job na lang, until job quitter na sila.
Job creators. Yay.
Yeah. So
One of
it's
those.
how much focus is, maybe depends on, I heard one say, it depends on desperation that you have to want to commit that time to learn and to invest in the business.
Yep.
Depends how
Mhm.
desperate you are.
Okay. That leads us to the next question, Ate.
Yeah, do I want to do it solo or have a mentorship community? So I've been talking a lot about members in the community who have been successful or who have been doing the business for a long time. You, but then um, as a single mom, of course, my first instinct when I joined the business is to, like, I want to do this solo because I've always been independent. I've been a single mom for 22 years now, and of course, my first instinct is I want to do it solo. But then I belong to a community of business owners who learn together. So we have weekly mastermind, we have drop-in Zooms, we have group meetings, collaboration. So this is a community of learners, and we share each other's mistakes, we share each other's success, we share each other's learning. So do I want to do it solo? Absolutely not, because why do it solo and try to figure like try to reinvent the wheel when there is a community who's willing to share their knowledge with us, even whether you're a beginner or you're somebody who's been in a business for a long time and hasn't had success. There are mentors and coaches and a whole of community who's willing to teach you, willing to collaborate with you. This is a business where uh, walang agawan kasi the people who will resonated with me probably will not resonate with Mel because Mel is a mom, a nurse with young kids, but while I am someone who is almost on the retirement age, but and also in my latter part of my career in single mom. So different different audience, so different people will relate. So that's why we can share without competing with each other. Like me and Mel, we come up here together, but we don't compete with each other. We collaborate with each other because we have different audience, and there's so many customers all around the world. Why compete?
Mm-hmm.
So yun, instead of hitting roadblocks and trying to figure things on my own, I have coaches and mentors and communities willing to support me. So it's like parang it's climbing a mountain. If you want the metaphor, it's like climbing a mountain, di ba? Parang why climb it alone? Uh, when when you climb with other people, it's more fun kasi may kausap ka, so you don't feel like you're doing the work, you're climbing. Um, and then you get their energy. I climbed a few months ago, um, and I was in my late 50s. I was climbing with young people, and because they were young, they're in their mid 20s, I get their energy. Diba? So I think it's the same with the online business. May kasama ka climbing up a mountain or doing something that you haven't done before. But then you're with people who gives you that energy. And then if something goes wrong, somebody will check on you. Like climbing a mountain. If nadapa ka, somebody will help you up. If nawawala ka, there's we call that a sweeper. Sweeper is the one who climbed the last. He checks that he makes sure that everyone is has climbed already or is safe. So ganun sa business, somebody looks after you because you have coaches and mentors and collaborate. What do you call business accountability partners who collaborates with you and make sure that you're doing well. So yun, I would not go solo on an online business. What about you, Mel?
Same ate. Like, um, I mean, you could build a business by yourself, but I'm sure it's a lot harder. Alam mo yun, parang it's a no-brainer having a mentorship, yung coaches, and yung community. And that means you're not figuring everything out alone. You've got guidance, encouragement, and people who remind you to keep going when you want to quit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're not also you're not also starting from scratch because the the um, mentors and the coaches that were on the online business before us, they 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 leave footprints, and those footprints we follow them. Diba?
yeah.
Why would you want to go solo?
Why
So
would you want to go solo? You
yeah,
can,
you can.
you can, but then you save. If you have an online community, sorry, you save you save yourself years of mistakes, diba?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, moving on. Last last question you need to ask yourself when you are thinking about starting an online business. What lifestyle do I want this business to support? Um, I this is probably my my favorite question because it gets to the heart of why this all matters. It's not about the money itself. It's about the life you want that money and flexibility can create. And when I thought about this, I didn't dream of mansions or any like fancy living. I didn't dream about that. I dreamed of simple things like having a random weekday off without guilt. Of course, being able to drop off my kids, pick them up, and from school, instead of working a double shift, my nursing job in also like slow mornings with coffee at home instead of rushing out the door in scrubs. For me, that's what lifestyle meant. It's being present for my family, having choices instead of feeling stuck. And that's what this business started to create for me. Not overnight, but little by little. So ask yourself, what's the picture of the life you want? Because when you get clear on that, it stops being just a business goal, it becomes a life goal. Yep.
Yeah. I, I think there's a lot of lifestyle,
Mm,
upgraded lifestyle that this business can support. Again, in the community, there are those who have tons of debts before, mortgage or personal loans, commercial loans, na nabayaran nila because of the business, and they don't work. They just stay at home, and um, I think that's something that a lot of us wants to have, diba? Kasi parang nowadays we only work and then go home, have a little time with our family, and then repeat.
repeat.
That's a repeat. And then we go on vacations once or twice a year if we're lucky. And then it's again repeat, making other people's, doing other people's business. And I think that's not the best way to live, although that's what we have been trained to do. But then imagine if we can, you know, wake up without an alarm clock, or leisurely take your
No need to
breakfast.
clock in.
No need to clock in. Like for me, play with my grandkids or fly to another country on impulse because I want to. I want
Hmm.
to have that choice. Diba? Or I want to, or there's maybe a season in another country that I want to experience, then I can do it because I can. Yung mga ganun. That's the lifetime that I want
Oh,
to
diba?
have.
Yep.
Not
It
like,
becomes life goals. Life
yeah,
goals.
yeah, like yeah, impromptu. I want
Impromptu.
to do things impromptu because I want to. And I want that lifestyle. I want to afford that lifestyle. And
Yep.
I
Why
think
not?
in this business, we can because we've seen a lot to it.
Mhm.
Di ba, Mel?
And it's, yeah, this business is actually um helping you get closer to those life's goals.
Yeah, we can do it. But as I've said before, it's like riding a bicycle and riding an airplane. Like to go to my dreams uh, on a salary, that's like riding the bicycle. Like you're exposed to all the elements. Pagdating mo dun sa dreams mo, wala na, lanta ka na. Diba? Pagod na pagod ka ng copy pedal.
Hmm.
And if you're riding the jet plane, diba? Pagdating mo dun, fresh to fresh.
Fresh
Tapos
ka pa rin.
bilis.
May energy ka pa.
Yeah. So I think basically what we're talking about here is energy and time. Something that not a lot of us have in infinite supply of. Diba? We can
Yeah.
do it for sure, but how fast and how well.
How well. Okay, ate. Nice. Very well said. Okay, ate. Message. And then, by the way, I found this so cool. See that? That's a QR code. So,
Wow.
yeah, that's for your website, ate. So, anyone watching, you guys can bring out your cell phone. That's a QR code to Ate Mel's website to reach out to her.
Oh, wow. High-tech na tayo.
Getting more fancy.
Okay. Last message. So at the end of the day, starting an online business is it's not about having all things figured out. Diba? It's about being honest with yourself. If you're willing to learn, or if you're choosing the right support system. So ask the questions now, um, and you'll save yourself a lot of time, a lot of trouble, and a lot of frustrations. Remember that the quality of questions you ask now determines the quality of your journey. Yeah.
Good, ate. Okay. Yep. Saan ang message ko? Last message na ba? Okay. So yeah, those are the questions we wanted to walk you through, not to scare you, not to overwhelm you, but to help you get clarity. And because when you know your why, um, who you wanted to help, how much time you can give, and the life you want to build, it stops being just an idea and starts becoming a real plan. And here's the truth: you don't need to have all the answers figured out today. You just need to, start with honesty, with curiosity, and, with a willingness to learn. And those answers, it will, you know, the answers will get clearer as you move forward. And yep, if today's conversation, if today's chat got you thinking and you're curious about how this could fit into your life, send us a message. Um, we'd love to share what we're building and how you can explore it too. Reach out to Ate Mel, reach out to me. No pressure, just real conversation. Yep.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you again, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. Aloha.
Aloha.